It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
This is how we do when we party. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
Hello, everyone. Today on the 202, it was the first youth orchestra to perform at the Kennedy Center, toured multiple countries, and played for presidents. Today, the DC Youth Orchestra is still changing lives.
Plus, a music industry Cinderella story. An up-and-coming R&B singer gets discovered by legendary songwriter David Porter and signed to his new record label. It's all right here on the 202. And welcome to the 202. I'm Ferman Patterson here with my lovely co-host Michelle Wright.
Thank you, Ferman. And over on the turntables is the 202's guest DJ today, DJ Right Touch. Through the DC Youth Orchestra, even some 4-year-olds with no musical experience have graduated with a skill set beyond the concert hall. It's taught them not only music, but how to become a better person. Take a listen.
Wow. Wow. DC's Youth Orchestra's Executive Director Elizabeth Shurigan says their aim is to create the next generation of citizen musicians. Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome,
That was
Elizabeth.
wonderful.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, I have a first question. What level of mastery of how many instruments are you? I know you
Me?
play
Just
some-
me personally?
Come on, I know you have to play some instruments.
I play the bassoon, actually. But
Are you serious?
Yes.
How long ago? Was that growing up?
I
or-
started when I was in 4th grade. I was fortunate in that my school had a music program and they offered all the instruments, and my mother is a violinist, and she asked me to look
nice.
at Fantasia, the old version,
Yes.
and
Right.
pick out the sound I liked the best, and it happened to be the bassoon, and so here I am today.
Well, tell us about the program. So what are the guidelines for youth that are interested in music?
So all that is really required is a desire to learn. We accept any child wherever they are on their learning trajectory. So if they've never even picked up an instrument before, we have a place for you. If you're the best violinist at your school, we also have a place for you. So that means we have over 600 students that are in our program. Most of them join us on Saturdays at Eastern High School. They come from all across the Washington area, mostly from DC, but also from Maryland and Virginia. And they make up 10 different ensembles. And the ensemble that you heard is our top ensemble, the Youth Orchestra, which, as you mentioned, has toured the world and is going to Italy this summer.
Wow.
Nice.
Amazing.
Oh, that is awesome. Have you ever run into a problem where too many kids want the same instrument? Because, I mean, I play air drums, I play air guitar, I can imagine,
You know, violin is very popular at our program, but we love
Is that
all-
new?
No, I think
Violin?
that's actually been going on for a long time.
Violin, okay.
But we really encourage students. I mean, absolutely, if violin's calling you, that's wonderful. But there are so many other instruments to choose from bass to trombone to oboe. We offer them all. So.
Now, how are the locations for performances chosen? Do people ask for youth orchestra, or you just book them, you offer it up?
Sometimes people ask and request that we play. We're playing a big conference in June, and sometimes we look and find the location. So we don't actually have a home hall. So we travel throughout DC. So we play at the Kennedy Center, we play at Atlas Theater, we are going to be playing at Arena Stage coming up. So anywhere there's a hall, we like to fill it with music.
Oh, that's lovely.
Big league.
That's lovely. Now, you teach the kids, you said at every level, even if they're just interested. do you also have to prepare them for performing in front of an audience? Because I imagine that would be a big thing for a child.
Yes, and so from the first time you enter our program, within a couple of months you're performing. And one of the wonderful things about our program is that you're never just thrown up there alone by yourself. You always have your peers behind you, because it takes a lot to get up on stage. So we build confidence over time, but you always have your team there with you. And so our students learn that they need to carry their own weight so that the whole ensemble sounds great. But even those 4-year-olds, it's one of our favorite concerts every year is when the beginning students have their first concert. There's a lot of twinkle twinkle, but there's always the kids that are out there that are like this. There's always the kids that are a little scared, but they all make it through and they sound fantastic at the end.
Oh, that's adorable.
That is. What I've read to speaking of 4-year-olds, is that there was someone who wrote that said they started in the program at 4 with no musical experience. By the time they were out, they were performing concert level. And that it not only taught them how to play an instrument, but taught them to be a better person.
Yes.
Speak to that about.
Well, I think, we like to tell our students that it doesn't matter if you get along with your stand partner. So 2 people generally sit and share one stand of music.
Okay.
And so those 2 people can come from the same school, they can come from different schools, they can come from different neighborhoods. But at the end of the day, you need to figure out how to work together in order to make something beautiful. So it's something that's bigger than just the one individual. And so these skills, the concept of what we were just talking about, confidence, music builds creativity, but also the sense of community, that is what is so special about our program. And so while, as you said in the beginning, while many of our students do go on to professional careers in music, we also have a lot of students that go on to study science, to go study medicine, who are, civil servants and our teachers and our leaders. And a lot of them credit their ability to kind of interact with the world in a very positive light because of the DC Youth Orchestra Program. And as you said, 14 years is a long time to grow up through something and to continue to work hard and see as you take one step up on the ladder, there's another one for you to reach to.
Wow. I think I see how rewarding this is for you.
Yes, I love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up, handpicked by legendary Hall of Fame songwriter David Porter, R&B singer-songwriter Porcelan is making her debut on his new record label.
And Porcelan is bringing that made in Memphis sound to the 202 soundstage. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
Welcome back to the 202. For decades, legendary songwriter David Porter helped churn out hit after hit at Stax Records in Memphis.
And now he hopes to put Memphis back on the music map with discoveries like today's guest, all the way from Memphis to the DMV. Here's rising singer-songwriter Porcelan.
Porcelan! Finally, you're here with us. How you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Really good. All chill, all chill. You're family now, though.
Yep.
Because we've seen you and interacted so many times, and we finally got you on our show.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I've been waiting for a couple months for somebody to come on the
And
show.
today you're representing Memphis.
Yes, yes.
Tell us, were you familiar with the Stax sound before you got signed?
Yeah, I was. Memphis, when you think about Memphis, you think about Stax. Everybody pretty much there knows about the history of Stax,
Okay.
and everybody's aware of that Stax kind of vibe and sound, because that's really all that Memphis knows is that real, raw music. It's everywhere in Memphis. Memphis has a lot of talented people.
Now we call it the Cinderella story, but I guess that's what it is. You were performing around town, and then you, of course, wanted to be signed to a record label, and along comes David Porter.
Yes, it was. People ask me about that story, and it's so hard for me to really kind of explain, because it's like it just came up out of nowhere, because I was performing around town, doing little shows, and just trying to build a name for myself, and somebody heard about me that I didn't know. I got a very random phone call, And I just so happened to answer because I normally don't answer the phone for unknown phone calls.
Okay.
So I answered, and it was one of David's friends, assistants that worked with him at the time, and he was like, well, I have an opportunity for you that could change your life. And I was like, okay.
I've heard this before.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, so who is it? I can't tell you. I'm just gonna say blank, blank, blank. This is gonna happen. He was like, just be at this location. I showed up, and there was David Porter.
Man.
Whoa.
Yeah, it really fairy tale like. Some people probably wouldn't believe it, but that's how it happened.
Now, you've already worked with some greats, some legends. Yeah. You have to share
Yeah, drop some
with our
names.
DMV 202 family.
I actually had the opportunity of performing with one of my inspirations, one of my idols, and that I grew up watching, and my mom grew up watching, and it was Stevie Wonder.
Oh.
Yep. It was in December. We had a show, and I got to meet Richard Roundtree, Ray Parker Jr., William Bell, and I was doing sound check, and he was doing sound check. He's like, I want to do a song with her. I was like, what? You want to do a song with me? I didn't even know the song. I had to literally learn it an hour before hitting the stage. Just say it's
Wait,
okay.
but did you freak? That's Stevie.
I did. I was like, it's like, what's taking, and David called me on the phone. He's like, what's taking you so long to get down here? I was like, I'm coming.
Now, you've had a chance now to sing with some people and now record your first album. How would you describe the Porcelan sound?
I would say it's sassy. Women's empowerment is very strong, confident, fun, and it's still fresh. And I like that I can be mature, but not so mature that the people my age can't relate, but something that everybody can relate to. So I like to think of like that Beyonce anthem type thing, that strong type feel.
I love it. Recently, Chris Brown, the artist, came under fire a bit because he put out there his dream tour would be Beyonce, Bruno Mars, himself, and Rihanna. I think that's okay. Well, what's your dream tour? Who would be on the show with you?
My dream tour would definitely be Kendrick Lamar.
Ooh.
I love Kendrick Lamar. I love his soundtrack right now for Black Panther. That's
Yes.
amazing. I love Drake, Rihanna, kind of along the same lines of that. That's like the top.
Isn't that okay?
That's iconic.
Yes.
That's major.
And did you see Black Panther yet?
Not yet, not yet. And I really want to see it today, but the pre-ticket sales and it sold out, and I gotta wait till I get back to Memphis. Hopefully
Now, the
it's not
good
sold
thing
out.
is you're a songwriter, and that's great for a new artist because you have the chance of shaping your sound. So, of the new album, did you get a chance to write a lot of the stuff on there?
I got a chance to write some songs on it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I did. More than two. And I'm really happy about that because the thing about working with David Porter is it's not just about being an artist. He's a songwriter. He's a legendary songwriter. So everybody has to write, whether you want to, you like to. It's just a part of the process, and you being able to later on in life, if you don't have writers and all that set in place, you can write your own songs. You know how they should sound. You know how to arrange. You know the structure of a song. So it's just a developmental process of being able to do everything yourself as an artist.
Do you remember where you were when you first heard Real Thing Don't Change on the radio?
I was in my car on the way to my friend's house, and I was like, and she called me. She's like, girl, you on the radio. I'm like, what station?
You own it.
It's like, what station?
You just turned it up.
Yeah, I turned it up. And I had the exact reaction of probably everybody else started hollering, screaming.
How did your family respond?
They were really happy. My mom told everybody, it's my daughter on the radio. Yes. She's like, you really did it. You really done did it. I was like, yeah. I told you I was going to do it.
Yeah, you are doing it. And her daughter's up on TV, too.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. We appreciate you, Porcelan.
Well,
Awesome.
thank you. It's been great talking to you, but there's more ahead because we've got to hear you sing.
That's
Yes.
right.
We've got to hear you
Yes.
sing.
We're going to see a lot
excited.
more from her.
Don't go away. We'll be right back with more of the 202 and Porcelan.
Ride, touch. Ride, touch.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
Don't mean nothing. You tell me you want me forever, but so do them so cool. I gave you my time, my era, but none of them don't mean nothing.
On the 202, Michelle and I get to play host to music artists from throughout the DMV and all across the country.
And today, the Memphis sound is on the menu. Here's singer-songwriter Porcelan, and she's going to do the song, The Real Thing Don't Change.
So tell us about what does the real thing mean?
The real thing is pretty much just having something that's genuine and authentic in your life, something you know that doesn't change. Something that's real you can always count on. So I thought that was a universal message that everybody could relate to, because everybody wants the real thing, has the real thing, or they messed it up with the real thing. I don't know. But it's still, in the end, it's something everybody can relate to. So
That's right. Authenticity gets us every time.
yes,
Every
yes.
time.
So you're on a new label. How can people find out, where can people hear your music and learn all about you?
They can actually follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at Porcelan Music. That's Porcelan.
Get it
So
right.
yes, get it right. Get it right, or you won't find me.
That's
Don't
right.
add an I. So it's Porcelan Music on all social platforms.
Awesome.
Well, that's what we're going
Yeah.
to hear now.
That's
a little
right.
music,
We're
so
ready.
take it away.
Did I let you drive my whip? Huh? Check. Give you the key to my crib? Check. Show you how I feel? Check. I was being real. Did you try to have your cake? Check. On another plate? Check. What else can you say? Check. Looks like you chose your fate. Now you got a 1 to the 2 to the 3, 4, 5 to pack your things and get out of town. You should have never let me find out. Man, I can't believe it. Tell me how you missed out on the one. I am the one. You're the one. The one. You're chasing 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm the one. You're chasing 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you have your fun? Check. Out here on the run? Check. Did you let the sun beat you coming home? 'Cause you had what you're looking for, what you're looking for. You had what you're looking for, what you're looking for, what you're looking for. Did you kick your feet up? In those brand new sneakers. Did your mama teach you? Did you talk to your preacher? Now you got 1 to the 2 to the 3, 4, 5 to pack your things and get out of town. You should have never let me find out. Man, I can't believe it. Tell me how you missed out on the one. I am the one. You fool, the one. The one. You're chasing 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm the one. You're chasing 2, 3, 4, 5. Haven't you heard? A bird in the hand is worth 5,000 flying in the air. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? A bird in the hand is worth 5,000 flying in the air. 'Cause you had what you're looking for, what you're looking for. You had what you're looking for, what you're looking for. You got a 1 to the 2 to the 3, 4, 5 to pack your things and get out of town. You had the one, I was the one. You had the one. Chasing 2, 3, 4, 5. You had the one, I was the one. You had the one. Chasing 2, 3, 4, 5. You had the one, I was the one. You had the one. You had the one, I was the one. You had the one. You're chasing 2, 3, 4, 5. You had the one.
And the real thing don't change. And the real thing don't change. The real thing.
When there seems to be no answer to the questions that you have, you're lucky when you can just know that you're not by yourself. When you know the real thing, it's always the real thing, and the real thing don't change. Don't you know the real thing? It's always the real thing, and the real thing don't change.
When you know.
You know what you've got, and baby, that's what we've got. So real. And you've given so much to me, so I'll give it back to you. If ever a crack in your wall, don't you worry, 'cause I'll be the glue. 'Cause whenever it's the real thing, it's always the real thing, and the real thing don't change. We all want the real thing. It's always the real thing, and the real thing don't change. Close to me, close to me, and I'm here. Oh, you're here. And I am here. Know that it's the real thing, when it's always the real thing, and the real thing don't change. And the real thing don't change. And the real thing don't change.
Porcelan.
Fantastic,
Awesome.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Just lovely, just lovely.
Thank you
Lovely.
for coming.
I'm so happy to be here.
What a great show today. Thanks to Porcelan and Elizabeth Shergan from the DC Youth Orchestra, and of course, my co-host Michelle Wright.
And thanks to you and to DJ Right Touch and to all of you for watching us. Ferman and I will see you again next time on the 202. And don't you forget, check out episodes of the 202 on DC Radio, 96.3 HD4, and on dcradio.gov.
This the 202. This the 202. This is how we do when we party in the 202. Hey.
Home of that good live music.
Come on.
Live on set, live audience approves it. The best hosts, it don't get no tighter.
Yeah.
Ferman and Michel can't get no righter. Taxation, no representation.
Nah.
But the 202 reppin' for the capital nation. So from 703 to the 301. Yeah, we all come to have some fun. It's the 202.
It's the 202. This the 202.
It's the 202.
This is how we do when we party in the 202.
Yeah, it's the 202.
Yeah. This the 202. This the 202.
It's the 202.
Yeah. This the 202. This the 202.
It's